Hello there, Pisces. This is your reading for the first week of December from the 1st to the 7th. I've started us off by flipping to a random page in our spirit animal book, and you are getting the lobster spirit animal. So the lobster is talking about you are in the midst of a powerful process of transformation at this time. You might find yourself trying out different expressions of who you are throughout each phase. A little experimentation is always good. And it's talking about one of your biggest lessons right now is going to be patience, particularly in learning to wait for whatever you need to come to you rather than chasing after it. You do not chase, you attract. I like it. So you'll find a number of useful things by rummaging through some of the old items you've had packed away or in storage. I honestly love going through old stuff. You find so many treasures. Anyway. And lastly, it says that your best work will be done in the evening after the sun goes down. If you're in the northern hemisphere, that should not be a problem. I am fighting the sunset right now as we speak. Anyway, we're going to start off by pulling some rider-waite tarot for our Pisces friends. Once again, this is for the first week of December. And take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it for someone else, right? And I do read intuitively, so I'm not sure how many cards are going to be pulled until I'm uploading, basically, until the reading's done. I like to go with the flow. Okay. And one more. Okay, I'm like throwing stuff around right now. All right. So starting off, we have the Ace of Wands showing up. So the Ace of Wands is talking about dynamic action ahead. You are free to charge forward in new endeavors, but go at your pace, right? Don't let folks push you around or anything like that, or rush you, right? And coming up after the Ace of Wands, this new actions, these new opportunities, this is, new opportunities coming in, new ways of doing things. And it's taking you to this situation where you might need to find a balance. Because this individual here is doing a bit of a juggle. And sometimes we need to find our balance. Sometimes we bite off a little more than we can chew. And we might need a little bit of change. So that's causing you to turn inward with the Hermit here. So it's talking about this journey here. Like, it's interesting because I'm really noticing these mountains in the background here with the Ace of Wands. It's like you've charged forward and you're kind of discovering, okay, I need to find a proper balance for myself. So you go inward and you're on top of these mountains that we saw in the back of the Ace of Wands here. So you're seeking solace, you're turning inward, and you're obtaining this inner wisdom, this knowledge. So I really like that. And after you've done this turning inward, you are charging forward with the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is talking about new ideas coming forward. There's options coming up. You're networking, you're brainstorming. However, it does warn about conflict. So make sure we are being kind in the way we're speaking to others, and others are being kind to the way they are speaking to us, right? I sounded like mom just then, sorry. Now, moving on from that, we have the Hierophant showing up. So the Hierophant is a very structured situation we have found ourselves in. This gentleman up here is blessing these individuals here. It's a positive situation. Like, sometimes in the rigidity of structure, it can be a little stifling. However, there are nuggets of wisdom here. This is a blessing because we kind of move on from this rigid structure, and we've taken skills we've learned, things we've learned here from a number of places, and we're at the Two of Wands, where he's got the world in his hands, and he's ready to take action. He has so many skills that he can put out and put forth into the world. And if he does decide to charge forward, he's balanced and he's ready to do so. He will overcome any obstacles in his way. I mean, this obstacle in front of him, he just needs to step over it, right? So that looks really good. Next up, I'm going to draw some cards from the Pulp Tarot. And once again, this is for our Pisces friends for the first week of December. Okay. Okay. All right. Quick recap. There are new opportunities, dynamic action ahead. We are charging forward with these new opportunities. And that's bringing us to the Two of Pentacles, where, we're juggling maybe a couple too many things. We might need a bit of a change or a better way of balancing things, perhaps. So we turn inward, we're on our own in this solace, it's a good thing, and we're obtaining this wisdom to move forward. We're charging forward with this dynamic action ahead. And we're brainstorming, we're chatting with others, we're networking, and we are making sure we are avoiding conflict. Taking us to the Hierophant, we are gaining some wisdom and some blessings in some unexpected places potentially in this kind of structure. That might be good for us. Sometimes structure is good, right? But we break away from that. We are at the Two of Wands, where we've got the world in our hand, so to speak. We are able to move forward yet again with this dynamic forward movement, and we can overcome obstacles with courage. And that takes us to the Six of Swords. We are moving on to calmer shores. We're moving from this choppy water to a much more calm, balanced way of being. And this card also talks about communication, clear, concise communication. This individual in the boat needs to properly communicate to this individual where they'd like to go. To calmer shores, definitely. So that takes us to the Empress. Now, the Empress looks fantastic. She's got this abundant harvest. She's ruled by Venus. And it's prosperous, right? Like, she's comfortable. She's luxurious. She's looking very attractive, let me tell you. And she's balanced, right? It's harmonious. It's fortune. And it's security in material matters. Things are looking really good. And then we have the Magician showing up. So the Magician is talking about this ability to manifest, right? We are able to turn our goals into a reality at this time. It's power of the will, it's creativity, and it is stunning on you, Pisces. Now that takes you to the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles, it does talk about being business savvy and sturdy in the finances. However, there's this issue of feeling this need to cling tightly to what we do have. So the best way to break away from this feeling, it's almost like a fear, right? Like a fear of losing what we have. The best way to combat this is to give freely. And when we give freely, we are able to more receive freely. And we just kind of open up this door between abundance and us. And that takes us again to the Hierophant. Once again, this rigid structure. I'm wondering if this is maybe a legal thing happening, or there's some sort of institution that's showing up twice now. And it's showing up it's like, okay, the first one shows up after this hasty action, which kind of like, I'm wondering if there's a conflict. And I mean, this second one comes right after the Four of Pentacles that's talking about this issue of lack. So this could be legal stuff, potentially. I kind of want to clarify that further. But as it is, we are going to march forward. I have one more after this guy, the Seven of Pentacles showing up. It's this, she's wondering if the work she has put in is worth what she's getting out of it. So it might require a new approach, a new change, basically, of like taking this skill you've learned here and onto a new project. But I'm just going to pull some more Pulp Tarot here for, I want to know about the Hierophant. Okay. This is really weird. So the first Hierophant we drew was followed by the Two of Wands. When I go to clarify this second Hierophant showing up, we get the Two of Wands again, this breaking free and this looking for new opportunities. It's like, yeah, there's this structure that is, it feels very stifling and confining, and you keep breaking away from it. I'm going to ask, I'm getting one more. I'm really curious about what this is. Okay. After I go to clarify yet again, I am getting the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is talking about a completed project. So I'm wondering if this is work. You're feeling stifled by your work, and you're out there looking for new opportunities, and it leads you to this completed project. And I'm wondering if this completed project is kind of breaking you away from the Hierophant, like it was a work project, maybe doing contracting or something like that. I'm going to pull one more. This is so weird. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you move free and clear of that with the Ten of Cups. So it's like, yeah, you're focused on your happiness right now and you're building it. It's this successful time after you've broken away and taken this new opportunity. I really like that. Okay. So I'm going to pull some more here with the Quantum Oracle. And then I'm going to do a quick recap here because this is very interesting. Once again, this is for our Pisces friends for the first week of December. One more shuffle. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a recap. I'm just moving these cards down so I don't get all messed up here. All right. So new opportunity, quick forward movement. We need to find a balance in it, though. We're juggling a little too much. So we take a break, we go off, and we enjoy our solace where we obtain some wisdom. And this takes us to the quick forward movement. We're brainstorming, networking, and we're avoiding conflict. Bringing us to the Hierophant, there's this rigid structure. I do not know what this is for you, Pisces. If any of you have a comment, if this resonates for you, let me know what the Hierophant is for you. So I'm getting this, legal, something is very stifling here though. Anyway, you break free, you're looking for the next best thing, the next opportunity, and you're overcoming obstacles, no trouble. You've got the skill and the know-how. And you're moving on to calmer shores. Things are looking a little bit better. You're using your communication to your advantage. And that takes you to the Empress, where there's this abundant harvest. You're looking good, you're comfortable, and you're secure. And you have this ability to manifest the things you need. You're looking pretty magical at this time. And you're doing well in finances, you're balanced. However, we need to get out of this idea of lack, because we're just clinging a little too tightly when we already have the things we need, right? And then it takes us to the Hierophant again, this stern, rigid structure that I'm not getting that you're digging it at all. So after that guy, you have the Two of Wands, you're breaking free from it. You're getting the heck out of there, right? The Hierophant, this stern structure follows the, it comes before the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, my brain just shut off for a second there. Where you're kind of wondering if the juice is worth the squeeze. Do I need to take what my skills here and bring them to a new project? So we confirmed the Hierophant. It brought us to, yes, you are looking for better, brighter things, and you're going to overcome your obstacles with ease and courage. And I love your little explorer outfit. You look like you're ready for some fun and exploration, because it brings you to the Four of Wands. It's this celebration. It's completed projects. You did it. It's done. So I do get the sense that, you're moving on from that Hierophant after it's like came back once and then another time, and then you're like done. You're like, no, I'm moving on to better, brighter things. 10 of Cups is showing up. You've chosen happiness and not this rigid structure that does not serve or suit you. You deserve to be much more free than that. And then that takes us to Ascended Masters. So it's this, going through these trials here has kind of brought you to this wisdom of the ages, basically. You're going to be finding maybe a lot of synchronicities are in the air. You're very intuitive and in tune to what the universe is trying to tell you at this time. I really like that. And that leads you to this new beginning. I love that, this little baby sitting in the garden here. Like, it's like you've gone through these tests and trials here and you've completely broken free. And you're getting this wisdom and these new opportunities coming your way, like I said. And then I see immediately showing up after status quo for cycles. That is the Hierophant, I think, is what I'm getting, is this status quo, like, oh, I'll just, do what I've always done. But I feel like you are moving on from this, because I feel like you've learned here that it doesn't serve you and there's new beginnings, there's better things for you than this, right? Comfort is not what you need. You need change and you need goodness. And that's what's coming in. Kindred partnership. To me, it's like, this new beginning and this turning down of the status quo. You deciding to turn down the status quo and accept a new beginning is bringing you good partnerships, people that you vibe with. Like, I'm getting kind of like soul family, soul tribe, whatever you want to call it, of just the right people showing up. Not just love, but like there's also like love of the world, like potentially travel, right? There's new beginnings. And then that was confirmed by the sacred temple. And it's like, you are sacred and there's good things for you. This new beginning is I don't know, it's like you're just blossoming into new possibilities for yourself, for your spirit. I really like this. And I'm going to close this off with one more card pull from my Shaman Oracle. And let's see. Okay. So, lastly, we have the Shaman of Reflections showing up. I love that. To me, this kind of tells me like you're kind of looking back at how far you've come. It's like you're looking back to the past, but with a whole new set of eyes. Like you're appreciative of the things you've gone through because you've learned so much. And it's not just that you've learned a lot, it's like you've gained a lot mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Like life is looking a lot better. And I just love the way your heart is lit up. Like your heart is just full. And I love that for you. So I think that's going to do it for me, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful day and a fantastic first week of December. You deserve it. Take care.